story yake ni kuamka every day na kupambana to get those dreams come true, and that's something we appreciate here na something that pia sisi tunajaribu kufanya. And I want to start off the next segment of ours a little deep. Nikuulize what kind of struggles umekuwa ukipatana nazo on your journey, on chasing your dreams, each and every day struggles. I want to know about the each and every day struggles that you're struggling nazo.
Actually, that's a very good question. My biggest challenge and my daily struggles is your mind, my mind especially.
Oh, yes, sir.
Because, you know, every time you're trying to build something that has not been there before, you start to doubt yourself. Wewe mwenyewe.
Hey, maswali utajiuliza.
Yeah, so the challenge is trying to be able to control that voice in your brain, trying to tell you that you can't do whatever you're trying to do.
Wow.
And I think that has been my biggest struggle, because I believe if you believe in yourself, everyone else will, because it will transcend.
True.
Yeah.
Ni communicable ama it's
Yeah. So I think if you can be able to control your mind, especially those inner thoughts that are telling you you can't, or you're not good enough, or this thing might not work, this thing isn't worth it. That has been my biggest challenge.
amazing.
Yeah, to be honest.
For real.
Yeah.
I would want to know vile evolve in handling your mind and in managing your thoughts, because you know mind ni a place for thoughts. And I would want to know uniambie show a different time where you would have behaved differently, among handle things in a different way, but may get to another point where you can see vitu clearly, now react logically. Tell me about that.
What I can say is what was the question again?
You tell me about one place ulikuwa mind yako ko like
right.
I can't handle this. It's too much for me.
So actually the main reason I even work out is for the mind. And you've asked a question that if I'm able to control it now. I personally think that very few people can.
True.
Yes.
True.
And I still believe it's a constant process. It's not like I've done it and I'm finished.
You've graduated.
You can't graduate because you get different types of challenges every single day. So it's a constant thing. It's a constant work. Yeah. Because you're trying to build a relationship
with yourself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, when I started working on my mind, it took something tragic, I think, to happen in my life. Ndo nianze kurealize, wow, kumbe hii mind yangu inaweza turn against me. Like niko hii point and I wanna harm myself, hata sijitaki mazuri. So I would want to know nini ili trigger ama umekuwa raised knowing that you need to take care of your mental space. What took
that? I remember last year around September. September, I remember I had now started the business, the stationery shop, and it was really taking a toll on me. I remember the long hours trying to get stock, because I'm the one also selling, so I'm going to get stock.
You're marketing.
I'm marketing. I'm just doing everything at once, so it really took a lot on me. So I remember that was the time that I realized that things are not going so well, because I wasn't sleeping so well. I was just in a very bad
state of mind,
state of body, state of everything. Yeah, the business was doing good, that I can say confidently, but myself, I wasn't doing so well. Then I got chicken pox. Actually, that was the first time
umepata chicken
pox.
Wow.
So hiyo ikaniangusha even more. So I remember I was still selling at the shop even with the chicken pox. But I remember that was one of the hardest days. That was one of the days that I realized that I really now need to sort this out. because I had lost weight. I wasn't so well, to be honest.
Wow. Wow. I would want to know, nini ulifanya the very first thing, the ones that could change that? I guess when you're at place kama hiyo, you're not getting enough sleep, inamaanisha umezoea sleep patterns fulani, and you're not even feeding your body good food or nourish your mind. You're not doing tell me what did you start to cut off? What did you start to do?
At least what I knew, even at the back of my head during that period of time, was I knew that the only thing that can get me out of this space of constant you're not believing yourself, you're not okay, you're overthinking things, your mind is just shouting inside there.
It can get loud.
Yeah, it can get very loud. At the back of my head, I knew that working out will at least make things silent, at least for a period of time.
Yes.
Yeah. At least during the
your time when I work out. Yeah.
And at least that can transcend to the things that I'm doing on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So how did I start? I just started with the normal skipping rope. I just went and bought a skipping rope in town. I bought it Evo 2. And I said, today I'll try 100 skips after work. Yeah.
And
but the challenge was I never became consistent.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Nimejaribu hata mimi.
Once, twice, then I just said this is nonsense.
Like,
because I was asking myself, and this is another thought that always comes to my brain. Bill Gates doesn't work out.
Ako fine.
Why am I working out?
Now let's get to what is tutumia maswali, because we are getting to that part of calisthenics.
Yes.
The very first question tulipata ni msalitombe, ebu ni explain to us kama little like a toddler. Calisthenics ni nini? Alafu pia after that you tell us the relationship between our mind and our body.
Right. Calisthenics for a toddler.
Yes.
101.
Calisthenics 101.
Yes, Calisthenics 101.
By George Ndambuki.
Yeah. Actually, I will change my name at some point. Because now, I'm called George Mark Ndambuki.
Yeah.
I'll remove the mark.
Ikue?
George Younique Ndambuki. Yes, because
nawenda mpaka ufile
everything.
Kwa DPP.
Kila kitu nifanya.
Nice.
Because I now believe and I think that the name Younique resonates with who I am and who I want to be. And I want you and everyone else to at least embrace that as time goes by, even in your own lives.
Nice.
Like you should try to be the best version of yourselves. Yeah. So back to Calisthenics 101 for a toddler.
Yes, sir.
Calisthenics is just body weight exercises.
Body weight exercises.
Simplest of forms. So anything like press ups, press ups.
Yes,
everyone knows a press up. Pull up,
squats.
Any exercises that utilizes your body as the form of resistance is calisthenics. So sit ups, pull ups, the basics. Nice. Squats. Yeah, that is just calisthenics. Nice. Nothing major. So it's just a fancy word
for doing things with your body. Yes. Someone else alikuwa anataka kujua what is the difference between cardio and calisthenics. And I think the same person mwenye alikuwa anauliza explaining calisthenics as a 5-year-old. Yeah.
At least in my own rudimental thought process, I think cardio is just very rapid movement.
Exercise.
Yeah. So like running, jumping, skipping. Also skipping is part of cardio.
Cardio weights?
So,
no weights. Haziko cardio?
No.
Nice.
Yeah. So anything that just requires
vigor.
Yeah. In my own view, I'm not so sure that they can confirm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I want to know a relationship, body, the mind. Because we host a doctor here, anaitangwa the barefoot doctor. Hatavangi viatu.
I think I've seen him. A couple of times.
Hamisi Kote.
Yeah.
And alikuwa na to explain that unaweza kuwa mgonjwa somewhere, uko na headaches part fulani ya kichwa, and then yeye atamanipulate some place in your palm, and then you'll get some kind of release. Utafeel like alikuwa anasema every part of our mind iko connected to another part of our body.
Yes.
So okay, work out that part of the body, una work out the mind.
The mind.
Okay, work out that part of the mind, pia in inverse.
Okay.
In our happening that. Tell me.
All right. In my own view, at least from my own small experience and from what I've read, the body is the nervous system of everything that happens in ourselves. Everything emanates from the body and the core. So the relationship between body and mind should not be underestimated. It's a very straight line, actually. If the mind is not
working right, the body
won't work very well.
Wow.
And at least from my own perspective, every time that I work out, or every time that anyone works out, you get a release of
endorphins,
endorphins, feel good hormones that are
are
also released every time we get a text message from a loved one,
notification
if you are eating,
drugs,
sex. So but the challenge with those dopamine or endorphin sources, they are in retrospect, they are weak sources
of the happy good,
that.
the feeling good, the feel good.
Yes. And they can be misused.
True.
So it's very good and vital for yourself to get very good sources of endorphin and
feel good.
Yes. And those ones can now be got from working out. And I believe, at least from my own perspective, every time that I work out, I feel much better, especially after the exercise, not before and not during, after. After the exercise, I feel much better. I feel very achieved because I've done something that my mind didn't want me to.
True.
So it makes me feel like a go-getter, like a Superman, because I told myself that I'll do this, and I did it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I want you to tell people, because many kind of a personal story of how exercise na move your body can get you out of a dark place mentally, because hata mimi after campo mambo ile happen, and then heartbreak kubwa moja safi, and I was like, wow, life inanitakianga. So I descended into a really dark period. And nizisema the thing that ilikuwa inani anchor ni kujua that jioni I had a football team ya kutrain nayo. Na that's the only moment ya day yangu nilikuwa na feel good, and the only thing nilikuwa na look forward to kwa life yangu, because nilikuwa na feel better. And I want you to tell people how exercise inaweza ku get out of that place.
At least I'm happy that you've mentioned something that is very paramount.
Yeah.
I believe and I think everyone should be heartbroken. By the way.
Moja safi.
Moja poa. Because especially for men. Because I personally think heartbreak, if you take it positively, that is the biggest star. If you take it positively, heartbreak should be your biggest catapulting to success.
True.
Because a lot of people ask me how I got into Younique and how I've done all these things. They might not seem so big, but for me, they quite are. It was just because of a heartbreak, actually.
Wallahi.
Yeah, to be very honest.
Same WhatsApp group.
But during that time, I decided to use the pain and the anger, and now got into drawing and sketching, and now this is what I can say is the fruit of all that.
Of the heartbreaks.
But one particular heartbreak. Yeah, so I believe kama uja heartbreak ebu gonganisha huo mtu wako akupe moja.
Hiyo kitu ni muhimu kwa life.
Yes.
You need one of fresh.
Just one proper one.
Ya get in line.
Get in line.
Unajua I think kuna this quote nilisikia that grief ina ending your youth.
Yes.
It forces you to mature.
Yes.
Inakufanyanga sasa wewe si mtoto tena now. You're a man. You need to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now back to the question. You're saying how can now exercise get you from a dark place?
True.
I believe exercise is like a domino effect. Once one domino falls, it makes sure you fall the other pieces, at least in your life. So in my own experience, when I started out with just the daily skipping, I found myself the next day, I told myself, by the way, the skipping is not being so effective. Let me try press-ups. Then after some time, the press-ups became too easy for me. Then I tried pull-ups, like that. Sure. So you see, it's a domino effect of some kind. It pushes you and your body to try harder things, because you won't skip forever. It will be simple after some time. Yeah. And in the same way that it now pushes your body from the dark abyss that it was in terms of just physically, also your mind.
True.
Because now, if you can do those hard things in that exercise,
you can transfer them.
You can transfer them even to life.
Real life. Yeah. Amazing.
So that's just my most simple
amazing tip. Amazing. Do hata mimi nimerealize, because after the breakup hunanga confidence, you have huna hata ujiamini, ujui wewe ni nani, because somehow identity yako ilikuwa tied to a narrative yenye now it does not exist aiko. So you don't even know who you are. So say mimi the times mimi nilikuwa napiga mse taco ama maybe ina assist a player, nina go home nimefeel nimeachieve kitu ya maana, si maybe hata ziko zina count, but that also ilikuja kutransfer to my life.
To your life.
Yes.
So I believe every man, especially since I'm a guy, let me not talk for women because I don't know some of their experiences, but at least from my own experience as a guy, every man should work out.
Should.
And must.
Lazima lift. Hata mimi na believing you must make your body do something it doesn't want to do.
Yes.
I'ma lift weights, just do something.
Yes.
Ya kukutoa to from the comfort you used to.
Yes, because I was reading recently, I think it's a Greek quote. I listen to quotes every morning when I wake up. I work out
na quotes.
Amazing. Normal quotes. Just
Marcus Aurelius.
Yes, that kind of. Yes,
the
actually.
Stoic, Epictetus.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was saying that it is a disservice to yourself not to know what your body can achieve in your whole lifetime.
True.
Because we never know how strong or how dedicated we can be into something if we never try. And a lot of people don't ever try.
They don't ever try.
At least for workout. They don't.
Yeah. Amazing. Mimi kuna kitu imenikaa hapo. About men na lift things. You see ati sisi tunakuja na theory. I think the moment as a man unakaa in an environment, something heavy, you're doing something that's challenging you,
yeah.
Unaanzanga kusiz to become a man.
Yes.
That masculinity inakutoka. And I'd say pia some kind of femininity to catch up with you, because uko used to getting, which is the character of feminine, could receive easy things, vitu zinakuja kwako, you attract things,
but you're not giving.
Yes, you're not giving. So I think I would want to know, wanaume and working out, ni the masculine trait yetu inahitaji to work out, ama ni historically tulikuwa body zetu zilikuwa za kufanya kazi, so lazima zifanye kazi?
At least from what I have researched and read and seen, that is the answer, the second one, that our bodies were meant to do this
heavy thing.
Yes, and also it's not even heavy for our physical sense, even for our minds. We were given the task by the Lord, the people who are at least Christians. We were in the Bible, we were told that we need to come and subdue the earth. And subduing the earth also means, if you maybe think about it more logically and critically, it means subduing the earth and yourself. Because a man needs to challenge himself in all realms, whether physically, emotionally, spiritually, everything. And if you realize, let's assume I'm trying to make this cup and I am able to do it in a year, then I produce more and more and more. After some time it becomes too easy. So you need another challenge. Yeah. So men should embrace challenge and pain every single time. That's how it should be.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Hakuna watu wana hizi vitu hazifunzwi. Kuna mtu aliwahi kuambia hivyo? That's as a man.
No, sikuwahi ambiwa hivyo. At least I've seen that, at least in my own small experience with life, and some people who I at least see, my uncles who so and so, celebrities like Andrew Tate and all those people.
Yes, sir. Now I want us to go for a short music break. Moja tutamaliza ngoma, but when we'll be back, tutaanza kuongea about our influences. Now, what influenced you to switch from architecture to calisthenics? How the few things you may achieve, in the few years umekuwa in calisthenics, and we'll talk. Tutachukua maswali pia because it's 3:30. So I have a few questions. We'll take them. All right. So right about now, I want to play you something by Blinky Bill Mungu Halali. Let's get it.
Zaji mkongwe katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Nimeusikiza wimbo huu kwa makini kabisa, nimeupenda. Na ni kweli Mungu halali.